Audio Jungle.
Guys, welcome to Larock's Cooking Adventures. I'm your host, Nena Larock, and today I will be making tomato mozzarella caprese. Here we have 2 whole tomatoes. We have some fresh mozzarella. We have some basil leaves, and we have julienne basil. Here we have some balsamic reduction. We have kosher salt and black pepper. And we have some extra virgin olive oil. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna start off by slicing the mozzarella. I'm gonna just take this out the package here. And we're gonna start slicing this. Make sure that your slices aren't too thick or too thin. Like, these are pretty good slices, size-wise. And make sure to cut, like, slow. So I'm just gonna get that so that it's an even slice. These tomato mozzarellas are good for parties, for appetizers, or you could eat them as a main entree. It's all up to you. So we've had enough cut here, and we're going to cut the tomato now. I'm gonna wipe this knife down a little bit. And we're gonna start with the tomato. We're just gonna cut the top off here. It's really important to keep your knife straight so that you can get even slices. Well, that's a little thick. It's okay. Be careful with your fingers there. Alright, now we're gonna cut the other tomato here. Well, that slice is a little thick. Just smooth that over there. Okay guys, we're done cutting these. This one's a little thick, but that's right. And now we're gonna start plating it. Alright guys, we have this fancy, semi-fancy plate here, and we're gonna start putting our tomato mozzarella around the bowl, or the plate. And just gonna go around. A little bit too off the edge here. Alright. Okay, so for the middle, I'm just gonna add some of these black olives just to make it a little fancy. This is optional. I just chose to use these. Okay. So now I'm just gonna add some of these basil. And just not too much because we need to make room for everything else. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys 3 other ways that you guys can garnish your plate. The first way is with this balsamic, and I'm just going to drizzle it over here. Alright, the next way you guys can do this is sprinkle some salt and some fresh black pepper. And then the last way you guys could do this is by drizzling some olive oil. Just like that. And that's basically it. This is how to make tomato mozzarella.